Everyone, this is mysmp.com. This is our trading video for January the 8th, 2008. This video is going to cover a short trade on Kumar. It's ticker QMAR. To date, this is my worst trade that I've put on, but I felt it important to put it out here so that you guys can see at times, why it's so important to listen to your trading instinct and not get so tied up into your systems and rules, but more or less go with your instincts at times. So, hope you enjoy the video and remember this is what not to do in the marketplace. Alright, when I was looking at this chart, I was noticing a wedge formation setting up here. And I was looking for some weakness to come into the tape in order to take a short position. And you were getting, it's not quite 11, but it's kind of getting late in the morning, and I figured if there's going to be a reversal, odds are it's going to show itself in or around 11 o'clock. So I went out here and took a stab at Kumar, a short position, at 24.50. I believe it'll fill here in a second. You can see, you had, this represents, I believe, 3 million shares at bid. Because oh no, excuse me, this is 30,000, excuse me, yeah, because this isn't divided by 100. But yeah, this is 30,000 at bid. So I said, you know what, this thing's probably in trouble here. And then you had a lot of red come into the tape. So I took a short position, which I believe my initial reading of the tape was accurate because Kumar did take a sharp dive down pretty quickly. One thing I should have remembered is, the stock has not tested its 10 EMA at all. It's pretty bullish, you know. Okay, now here's the pullback I was telling you about. So the high of this bar was the open of the bar, which is extremely bearish. So I put a limit out here to cover half the position. As you can see, I'm short 1,000 shares. They just wouldn't let me out. They would not let me out, which is, needless to say, frustrating. So, I would have been able to get out half of the position with somewhat of a gain, but just could not get the fill. Which, at times, you see this bid-ask spread, it's only 3 cents, which is not great, but you're probably just better off just closing it out. Just saying, you know what, I'm just going to take the position at market. Because there wasn't enough selling pressure to even fill my small 500 share position, which is another sign to me that things were potentially going to shift the other way. You also notice like the tape was really beginning to slow down here. You didn't have much action here, and then you can see my limit order just sitting out there, idle. You know, I think it's going to fast forward here in a bit. Um, and you had decent volume on this peak here. So again, looks like a reversal is in play. You can see the buyers and sellers starting to true up a bit. Alright, so we fast forward in the video. As you can see, I'm still sitting this limit order out there, which at this point, I'm not really sure why I just did not close the position. Because I remember thinking if it clears this high, it's going to be a bear trap, and potentially could have a little short squeeze, which you don't want to be involved in that. And so at this point, for what I remember, I was thinking there's a lot of green. It's starting to trend up. You should just get out of the position. You have a $40 loss. It's nothing. Just cancel it, get out, and move on to the next one. Or better yet, I was saying to myself right here, if it breaks, I should buy it. But I didn't either. I just sat there. Excuse me, a little under the weather. And then the unthinkable happened, right? And this is where the paralysis sets in. You see this, and you think to yourself, well, is this really happening? You start to draw these lines. Oh, well, it's just going to poke its head out a little bit, see what's going on, but it's going to quickly retreat safely back inside of the wedge. And you start to see things in the tape which indicate some weakness or potential weakness, but that's not showing up in the chart, right? This weakness isn't present. You have roughly 10 or 11 bars here, and you only have really one that's red, which probably indicates strength. So, without a doubt, right here, down 150, close it out, right? But no, I was thinking, well, it's a lot of red here. It's going to come back. And it doesn't. Now watch this. And this rarely happens, but it can happen, right? This thing exploded. Let's check this out. And this is the real time playback. Down roughly $1,600 in a matter of, I don't know, what was that, 3 seconds or something? And by the grace of God, the stock pulled back. Now here I was actually trying to close it out. I just wanted out of it because I didn't know how far I could run. I didn't know if it was going to make a run to 30, whatever. So I was trying to close it out, but as you can see, my screen, and this is on my recording screen, but the same thing was happening on my other screen, completely locked up. The volume, as you can see, was so insane that it literally locked up my machine. Okay, so at this point I'm just trying to get out of this trade. As you can see, the volume here is extremely high. And this move, I don't know, 15 seconds or so to play out. So, all things considered, it was a blessing that my computer was actually locked up because I was able to get a decent fill on the exit, courtesy of TradeStation. So I was able to close the trade out here shortly. I believe for like a $530 loss or something, which is huge, but in relation to this number here, oh, I couldn't ask for anything better. So I was able to get out, I believe, at like 25 or so. So the key thing here is to remember, when you feel your heart or your instinct that you should close a trade, listen to that instinct, because one out of every 100 or 200 trades, you may get one of these. And it's just not worth it. It could totally destroy your stats or profits for the week and month. Alright? Good luck trading, guys. See you soon.